Hey there, Boots Owen here. This is a Hotpoint washing machine. It's a Smart Tech from 1 to 7 kilos A++ class WMFUG742 washing machine. That was a mouthful. It's been used. It's looks okay. It's fairly clean. It's like the bearings are a bit crunchy in there. I didn't want to turn it first, but now it does. I'd say the bearings are a bit knackered on it. I don't feel loose though, so maybe that's just a bit of a laying up feature. Let's have a look around the back. It weighs a ton. So you can see over here someone's cut the cord on it. So I need to get into it. To see what it's like. So I'll take the top off and I'll take the back off. I found it on the street with the cord cut, so I know nothing about it. There's this little plastic tab here. I'm not sure, does that one come out first or last really? But I'll keep going. It's very similar to another Hotpoint that I had recently, in that it's made by Whirlpool, I think in Italy. No, this one's made in Turkey. Okay, not Italy. Stand corrected. Up and out, and down. It looks like carbon. Doesn't look like it's been leaking from the brushes. Sounds okay. I think it has an inverter motor. No, it doesn't. It looks actually like it has more cables. It looks like it has 6 cables, which suggests that it's a universal motor. What did it say on the front? It just said Smart Tech, doesn't say inverter. Pop that off with force. Let's look for a date inside. And I'll need to arrange a cable for it. A bit oily on top there, bizarrely. Strange. Sometimes there is a date on something. In here, 2018. Test 2018. Yep. Okay. Now, those are soldered on, so I'll just strip that back and make a joint on there. I wonder why it was thrown away. It's a bit peculiar. Let's just slit that as best I can without cutting the protection below. There we go. Give it a wiggle. It should slide off like that. Perfect. And then just because I have them here, cable strippers are making the job a lot easier. There we go. And then strip connectors. We'll get it plumbed in and we'll see what we're dealing with. So there's my connection, and you understand that this is only for testing purposes. So I'll spin the machine back around and get it plumbed in. So I plugged it in and it came alive. I've got the drain ready out into the sink. It's got some soap residue there. We've had a look inside. It turns. I've put some rags into it. Let's try it with Fast Wash 30. I think I can do that even faster, so that with that, let's put it on to 10. It has a magic button. No, it doesn't. 30 it'll have to be. Okay. Start. And let's see how we go. Put that over there, put this out of the way as well so that I can do things over here. Water is coming in. So far it seems okay. Will it turn? This is an ideal candidate for the brick if it has a universal motor. For some reason I thought it was an induction motor, but I didn't validate that in any way. I think that button there is the power button that's faded off. I think that's temperature, spin and delay. And then it has extra rinse, easy iron and key lock, and there's a, if you press the extra rinse and easy iron together, you get auto clean. And then it has performance plus, auto plus, speed plus, which doesn't work on this cycle. We're taking on water. 29 seems to be doing it. But is it going to turn? With the other Hotpoint, the Italian one, kind of 10 kilo higher spec one, I might have said, although I don't know if it was higher spec. With that 10 kilo machine, it took a while to get going on the short wash, and it did a 15-minute wash in 25 minutes because it had such a small load. Apparently struggled to balance it. It's taken on a bit of water. Apparently it has variable load and auto clean. So this variable load thing here, I presume it's automatic. And it can guess itself anywhere from 1 to 7 kilos, I'm guessing. Now we're getting up to the bottom of the door with that water. What year did I say? 2018 was it? 2017? 2018. It sounds a bit creaky in the back, but nothing bad. It's washing. So why would a machine like this have been left out with the plug cut on the street? It's anyone's guess. But it's agitating. This one does seem to use a lot more water than the other machine, which I think is a good thing. I guess it's not if you're trying to heat it. 30-minute wash, it's probably trying to heat it now if it's doing anything. It's not hot yet though. Okay, we'll come back in a bit. This is, it is what it is. It's been agitating for 10 minutes. I'd hardly say it's getting warm, but it's not cold. Maybe 20, if that. It's not hot. Yeah, maybe 20 degrees, but it's doing it. It seems to be working. No fails. Again, with this one, as compared to the other one, I might stick the dishwasher tablet in it on one of those auto clean cycles and see what happens. I'll keep an eye on it. It'll come back when it drains out and whatnot. This is an interesting one. It sounds like it's trying to pump out. It sounds like it's trying, but there's no water coming out, which suggests only one thing to me, but I'll let the machine tell me. It'd be good if it was. What I'm suggesting here is that it's a drain error, something stuck in the pump. I like it when that happens, especially if it's money. I just found over £3 in a tumble dryer, and even though that is not going to make much of a dent in the universe, yeah, it sounds like this pump is blocked, or the hose is blocked, or some element of it is blocked. So that's a repair we can do. It's amazing that they would have thrown it out for that reason. It could be one of the Hotpoints that doesn't have a pump. Let's just zoom down to the bottom. Let's see what we can see. It has a pump. well, they all have a pump. It has a sump plug down here, so I'll wait for it to fail first, see what it says. It's at 11 minutes, so it's going to have to abort if this is the case. That'd be good. A nice easy repair, really, if that's the case. It could be a broken pump as well. That's a different issue. We'll check it out. It must be Hotpoint error day today. All the lights flashing, F05. I'm going to call it filter. Let's drag... what's the best way to do it? It's full of water. I'm going to drag it over to the door and do it outside, I think. So I've got it over at the drain. Let's see what you can see. Yeah, so it's just at the garage door, and there's a cross drain there, or a channel drain. The drain hose on this machine is actually at the same level as the bottom, so let's try and see if any of it will siphon out. Nothing really there. Let's try this plug. It'll turn. Strange that it's broken. That is a bit strange. I think I know what's going on here, bizarrely, or as usual, or whatever. You see that plug there? That'll drain itself out quite slowly now. This plug here has clearly got snapped plastic around it. It should have a unit on the front of it. I'll pull the one out with the other Hotpoint and see to compare them. So here's one from another Hotpoint that I was working at, and you can see that there are parts missing. And what happens is, without this disc on the back here, the water can't be pumped out. The little blades won't work because they're just basically mashing it up in an open space. So I'll put that back in and see if it'll go. Now it's strange that it wouldn't siphon out the hose. So what I'll do is oh, there we got something coming out. Do we? I'll try blowing back into it, which is always gross. It does blow back. It's not blocked. So right, we'll bring it back inside. So I've plugged the machine back in. That's cleared the error code. I think it really just needs a rinse and spin. Spin and pump. That's the last one with the curly whirly. 10 minutes. Let's go. Oh, it does a strange beep. Don't know if I like such a loud beep. I think there's probably a way to turn off the beep. So let's talk about this. Some wise guy has opened this up because otherwise the other bits of plastic would be in there. They've opened it, it got stuck, they broke it, put it back together and decided to throw it out. Now I could look on the internet on my phone while we're here and just have a look and see what such a part would be. I'll go into that big online auction site and search Hotpoint. That doesn't sound like it's pumping, which is a bit peculiar. So they're $9.69. That's for one of them. I'm sure they'll be cheaper. $9.99. But if you need it with the whole pump, $23. $12.65. $6.49. That kind of price. That's what I would reckon it could be. There's quite a few different prices here for it. Got to find the right one, of course. Now that's not very interesting for you, but this thing isn't pumping. Why not? Well, let's get a towel down and open it up. So something is happening, but it is clearly not pumping. So I've got a towel down. Let's open this up because there's still water in it. In the laundry. That was difficult to open, I would say. Let's try and tilt it back a bit. Oh, I can't see anything. There's a humming noise, but that pump is not even attempting to turn. So, oh. Something's happening now. It sounds like it might be attempting to turn now. Something very strange, because it's not, the machine's vibrating. The machine's vibrating in my hand, but I cannot see any water coming out. What I'm going to do is take the hose. Take the hose around the side. See if that helps. Because it shouldn't be trying to fight it uphill as well. Now, oh, something's happening. I would say there's a blockage somewhere in the line. Because that should be, there's water sitting in the machine, that should be coming out. So I think the machine's just blocked somewhere. You see the way it's coming out a little bit? That should be really horsing out. You can try blowing back into it, but it could be somewhere in the sump. There could be something stuck, a sock trapped or something like that. So I think it's going to struggle here. I don't think it's the pump, clearly, because the pump seems to be trying to pump. I thought it was broken for a second, but I don't now. I think I'm going to have to get in underneath and try and pull the hoses off that pump. If I roll the machine onto its side, that would be a suitable way to do it, I believe. Okay, I'll turn it off because I don't want to waste my time. It's funny because wasting my time's never stopped me before. So how about how to go about, oh, there's something in there, right? Yeah, there's something in there, I think that might be the problem. How to get this off? There's a screw there. That could be it, you know. Okay. There's a screw in there, I can't see it, so let's get in and have a look. Phillips head might do it. I think that might be it, you know. Okay, there we go. So there should be a ball in there, but yeah, it's a sock. Oh, that's all linty as well. Right, let's throw that outside. Let's try and get this back on as it is. There's normally a ball in there as well. Now, where is that ball gone? Although there might not be in this one. I can feel the drum in there. It feels okay. Most peculiar. Right, it just sits back like that. I'm going to remove this ring here and turn it around so that I can tighten it what is now from above rather than from the front. I have a feeling that in the factory they probably assembled them from the front. That won't fit there, that's why they do it like that. Maybe if I put it on top, let's try it like that. Can't really see it, but I can get it on, I think. I think that's on there good enough. I'll try a little bit more. It's going a little bit more. Now I'd just like to check down here at the pump again. Get a big pliers. There's a clip here, it just needs to be popped back like that. Now, there's nothing in there, but I'm wondering if something has fallen down. Something's gone in. A hair clip like that, that won't help. A bit of a tug shows me that's not coming off. I feels like there's grit and grime in there, but just in the folds of the rubber. Squeeze might help them clean out. I've wrecked the feet dragging it around, but that's okay. I'll right it and have a look in that sump again, just from the front. Oh, it's issuing like a font. Out of that drain hose now. Look at that. No fear of it. Clearly that sock was doing something. So come back over here and let's just see, is there anything in here now? I can hear something. Oh, it's stuck. So when a filter gets stuck, you've got to wiggle it. Oh, bummer. We're back to this whole trick now. Yeah, back and forth. It's stuck again. Put back. It's stuck that way. There's something stuck in there, all right. What is that? There's something in there. Right. There we go. So, a dirty 20p piece and a little piece of brass or something by the looks of it. I don't know what that is. A little, it could be off a piece of clothing. It's probably the end of things like these guys that are on the end of my hoodie laces. They have a name. I don't know what it is. 20p. So let's check one more time. There's a bit of grit or something that should wash out. Let's put this new plug in. Not new to this machine. Let's put that new plug in and get the machine back installed. Try another rinse and spin. So you may or may not be deaf by now. I realised at some point that I hadn't turned on the camera when I came back in. I don't know if I did or if the thing dropped or whatnot. You got the last minute of it and that was more than enough really, because there wasn't much to it. It pumped out adequately. Seems to be working again. But then I realised that the bearings are completely knackered. It started grinding and growling. And then it got louder and louder and louder to the point where I kind of have a bit of a ringing in my ear now. I should have put on the ear defenders. It's doing its final load distribution thing, or that's not really a kind of an agitate as a courtesy before it opens the door in 1 minute. As we all know, according to Seinfeld, this is 1 hot minute. Yeah, it seems to work, but the bearings are pooched, so I think I'm going to throw a brick in this machine at some point in the future. And it's good too, because I don't have to buy the plug for it, and I don't have to rewire a new cable onto it or any of that kind of guff. I can just hotwire the motor, and Bob's your uncle, and it'll be great. We'll smash a washing machine. And given the bearings are wrecked, it might just go clunk and die, or it might do something, because Hotpoints are pretty good for that kind of thing compared to Bosch and Miele and all the other ones. Which is exciting, I think. I'm excited by that. But it won't be today, because it's chucking it down out there. The weather is absolutely ferocious, I think is the word that I would give to it. I've even closed the outside door on the garage because it's so wet. Right, this machine will ultimately, shortly, hopefully, beep. And we've got a machine where we've pulled a sock out of it, and that retrieved it, got it going again. Probably works fine, except for the bearings. Doing a final little pump there, which is peculiar. But yeah, how can you do the bearings on a welded tub? And I'm just checking, it has got a welded tub. Yeah, end. Okay, there you go. Does the door open? No, it's still locked when it says end, which is a bit weird. Okay. Why does it say end with the door locked? That's a bit stupid. The spin has bars rather than... I don't know what that means. It seems to be no spin and then 4 bars of spin rather than a spin speed. It says end, but it hasn't unlocked the door. Yeah, bearings can't be replaced. You could put a new tub in it, but where would that leave you? The rest of the machine's a bit clunky. I'd still need to buy a new filter. And the front fascia, the bottom of the front fascia is damaged. I didn't show that, but when, I don't know, when I was transporting it or prior to me finding it on the street. There we go, there's a beep. Shush, there you go. Okay, let's press that button, that turns it off, great. Super, kind of a repair, kind of a what went wrong. I'll probably put the video on both playlists. Questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching, see you later.